We named the enemy. We refused the last war. We stayed cool. We burned the boats. We kept command. We segmented our forces. We gave them a crusade. We picked our battles. We turned the tables. We built the threat. We traded space for time. We played the long game. We knew our enemy. We crushed them totally. We controlled the dynamic. We used absence. We stayed unpredictable. We walked away at the peak. We concentrated our forces. We ripened them for the sickle. We worked on their minds. We surrendered tactically. We mixed fact and fiction. We played the perfect courtier. We recreated ourselves. We played the dullard. We created a cult-like following. We entered with boldness. We planned all the way to the end. We made it look effortless. We dissolved their power. We dominated while seeming to submit. Now we become everything and nothing. Strategy 33. Assume formlessness. This is the end and the beginning. Let's swing one last time. By now they think they know your shape, your rhythm, your name. But the master has no form, your water, your flame. No fixed pattern, no rigid style. They can strike you, shift like the wind. You flow where they least like. Assume formlessness, become the unseen tide. The ghost in their mirror, the shadow they can't hide. They swing at yesterday while you're already new. They fight a memory, and the memory is you. Is a target. Formlessness is free. Assume formlessness, become the changing wind. No shape for them to hit, no box to put you in. Flow like water, strike like fire, vanish like smoke. They chase a shadow while you rewrite the joke. Formless, that's right, formless. Strategy 33. We transcend the recipes and cues in the war room. We done with the game, we become the unknown. And nothing stays the same. Be water, my friend. Bruce Lee knew the way. Adapt, dissolve, reform, and strike another day. No doctrine they can break, no style they can read. You are the mist at dawn, the shift in the reed. The enemy prepares for the version they knew, but that version died long ago. Now there's only you. Formlessness is freedom, formlessness is power. They cannot kill what has no final hour. The ultimate strategy is to have no fixed strategy at all. You become everything, and therefore untouchable. You are the dance, not the dancer. Assume formlessness, transcend every rule. P's and Q's, doing it classy, graduating the school. 33 strategies, now they all dissolve. We become the unknown, and we quietly evolve. Formless, louder, formless. Strategy 33, we're beyond the final bell. Raise your glass one last time to the art without end. We assume formlessness, and the war becomes the wind. No more form, no more name. Only the legend remains. The end. The end. We named the enemy. We refused the last war. We stayed cool, we burned the boats, we kept command, we segmented our forces. We gave them a crusade, we picked our battles, we turned the tables, we built the threat, we traded space for time, we played the long game. We knew our enemy, we crushed them totally. We controlled the dynamic, we used absence, we stayed unpredictable. We walked away at the peak, we concentrated our forces. We ripened them for the sickle, we worked on their minds, we surrendered tactically. We mixed fact and fiction, we played the perfect courtier. We recreated ourselves, we played the dullard, we created a cult-like following. We entered with boldness, we planned all the way to the end. We made it look effortless, we dissolved their power. Now we rule while appearing to yield. Strategy 32. Dominate while seeming to submit, let's swing. Never fight when you can bow with perfect grace. Seem to submit, lower your head, take your place. Let them feel superior, let them think they lead, while you're gently pulling every hidden string they need. Submission is the ultimate mask for control. They drop their guard when they think they've won the whole. You yield the surface, you own the core. They celebrate their victory while you quietly own more. The loud ruler breaks, the quiet submitter bends the world. Dominate while seeming to submit, bow with a smile so sweet. Let them think they're winning while you're moving their feet. Graceful surrender, perfect humble art. You rule from below, straight from the heart. Seem to submit, that's right, seem to submit. Strategy 32. We own it legit. P's and Q's in the war room, we bowing so low. They think they're on top, but we run the whole show. The greatest emperors knew when to kneel in the dust. Let rivals feel powerful, then turn them to rust. Offer the throne, step aside with a grin, then watch them destroy themselves from within. True power hides behind elegant yield. The master submits and quietly rules the field. Never fight for the crown when you can wear it unseen. Dominate through submission, that's the final scene. The strongest hand is often the one that appears to be empty. Seem to submit and own everything. Dominate while seeming to submit. Master the velvet glove. P's and Q's doing it classy, ruling from above. Two strategies left, but the game is already won. We bow so beautifully and take the kingdom's son. Seem to submit, louder, seem to submit, ground. Strategy 32. We doing it with love. Raise your glass to the power of the well-timed bow. We dominate completely while they never know how. They think they won. We own the board. Final move coming. We named the enemy. We refused the last war. We stayed cool. We burned the boats. We kept command. We segmented our forces. We gave them a crusade. We picked our battles. We turned the tables. We built the threat. We traded space for time. We played the long game. We knew our enemy. We crushed them totally. We controlled the dynamic. We used absence. We stayed unpredictable. We walked away at the peak. We concentrated our forces. We ripened them for the sickle. We worked on their minds. We surrendered tactically. We mixed fact and fiction. We played the perfect courtier. We recreated ourselves. We played the dullard. We created a cult-like following. We entered with boldness. We planned all the way to the end. We made it look effortless. Now we make them disappear from within. Strategy 31. Dissolve your enemy's power. Let's swing. Don't smash them head on when you can let them rot inside. Turn their own strength against them, watch their structure slide. Plant division, feed the rot, stir up internal strife. Make their allies doubt each other, turn their unity to knife. Dissolve their power slowly like sugar in the rain, until the mighty tower crumbles with no one left to blame. No glorious battle, no dramatic final stand, just quiet dissolution, the most elegant end. The strongest walls fall not from outside force, but from the termites you slipped through the door. Dissolve your enemy's power, let them melt away. Turn their house against itself and watch the whole thing fray. No need for bloodshed, no need for the fight. Just plant the seeds of chaos and vanish in the night. Dissolve their power, that's right, dissolve their power. Strategy 31. The enemy hour. P's and Q's in the war room. We playing it clean, they destroy themselves while we sip our drink serene. Feed their factions, amplify their greed and fear. Make every leader think the others are insincere. Support the radicals, praise the moderates too, until their unity cracks and the whole thing falls through. The Romans do it well, the British played it best. Dissolve from within, that's how empires come to rest. No martyr made, no legend born in flame, just quiet collapse. And you're the one who remains. The greatest destruction leaves no fingerprints. You never touch them, they dissolve themselves. Dissolve your enemy's power, let the structure fall. P's and Q's doing it classy, answering the call. 3 strategies left, but the end is already written. They tear themselves apart while we stay cool and smitten. Dissolve their power, louder, dissolve their power. Proud. Strategy 31. We win it without a sound. Raise your glass to the art of the silent kill. We dissolve their power and bend the world to our will. They were once so strong, now they're just gone. Next move. We named the enemy. We refused the last war. We stayed cool. We burned the boats. We kept command. We segmented our forces. We gave them a crusade. We picked our battles. We turned the tables. We built the threat. We traded space for time. We played the long game. We knew our enemy. We crushed them totally. We controlled the dynamic. We used absence. We stayed unpredictable. We walked away at the peak. We concentrated our forces. We ripened them for the sickle. We worked on their minds. We surrendered tactically. We mixed fact and fiction. We played the perfect courtier. We recreated ourselves. We played the dullard. We created a cult-like following. We entered with boldness. We planned all the way to the end. Now we make it look easy. Strategy 30. Make your accomplishments seem effortless. Let's swing. The crowd loves the miracle, not the sweat behind the scenes. Make it look effortless. That's how legends stay clean. Hide the blood, hide the grind, hide the sleepless nights. Show them the swan on the surface, never the kicking feet underneath, right? The more natural it flows, the more they applaud. The master makes hard work look like a walk in the yard. Never let them see the scaffolding or the strain. Just glide on through like it's all champagne. Visible effort invites pity. Invisible effort invites worship. Make your accomplishments seem effortless. Smooth as silk, baby. Let them think it's magic while you're working like crazy. Hide the hours, hide the pain, hide the brilliant design. Just deliver the wonder and blow their mind. Effortless. That's right. Effortless. Strategy 30. We own in this finesse. P's and Q's in the war room. We making it look easy. They cheer the result, never seeing what's beneath me. Da Vinci never showed the mess behind the Mona Lisa smile. Jobs made, innovation look like pure effortless style. The harder you work in secret, the lighter you appear. Let them believe genius just flows without a care. Conceal the struggle, reveal only the grace. Turn grueling mastery into natural embrace. The audience wants wonder, not the workshop's dirt. Give them the miracle and watch them convert. The greatest artists never let you see them sweat. The greatest strategists make victory look like destiny. Make your accomplishments seem effortless. Pure elegance, pure class. P's and Q's doing it smoothly, never showing the brass. 4 strategies left, but we're already gliding high. We work like hell in secret and look like we barely try. Effortless, louder. Effortless, louder. Strategy 30. We wearing the crown. Raise your glass to the art of the hidden grind. We make it look easy and blow their minds. They see the swan, never the feet. Next move. We named the enemy. We refused the last war. We stayed cool. We burned the boats. We kept command. We segmented our forces. We gave them a crusade. We picked our battles. We turned the tables. We built the threat. We traded space for time. We played the long game. We knew our enemy. We crushed them totally. We controlled the dynamic. We used absence. We stayed unpredictable. We walked away at the peak. We concentrated our forces. We ripened them for the sickle. We worked on their minds. We surrendered tactically. We mixed fact and fiction. We played the perfect courtier. We recreated ourselves. We played the dullard, we created a cult-like following. We entered with boldness, now we see the finish line. Before the race even starts, Strategy 29. Plan all the way to the end, let's swing. Let's swing. Most men plan the first move, maybe 2 or 3, then get lost in the moment, blind as they can be. You must see the ending from the very first play. Every consequence, every ripple, every price you'll pay. Plan all the way to the end, think past victory's glow. What comes after winning, that's what the wise ones know. The second order affects the chaos that remains. Plan for those 2, or your triumph turns to chains. Short-sighted men celebrate too soon. The master already lives in tomorrow. Plan all the way to the end, see the final scene. Don't stop at victory, know what victory means. Every move, every choice, every step you take, calculate the future for your own sake. Plan to the end, that's right, plan to the end. Strategy 29. You see round the bend, P's and Q's in the war room. We play in the long view. We plan all the way, and the world bends to you. The fool wins the battle, then loses the peace, creates new enemies while the old ones decrease. But you map the aftermath, you chart every wave, you make sure your victory is the one you truly crave. Think of the vacuum your success will create, fill it before others rush in to dictate. The end is not the end, it's the beginning of more. Plan all the way through, or you'll be shown the door. Most men fight for today, the masters fight for the world that comes after. Plan all the way to the end, and you never truly fall. Plan all the way to the end, see beyond the fight. P's and Q's, doing it classy, doing it right. 5 strategies left, but the vision is clear. We plan every ending before we even appear. Plan to the end, louder. Plan to the end, proud. Strategy 29, we owning the trend. Raise your glass to the rarest of all arts. We plan all the way and conquer all the parts. The end is written before the beginning begins. Next move. Next move. We named the enemy. We refused the last war. We stayed cool. We burned the boats. We kept command. We segmented our forces. We gave them a crusade. We picked our battles. We turned the tables. We built the threat. We traded space for time. We played the long game. We knew our enemy. We crushed them totally. We controlled the dynamic. We used absence. We stayed unpredictable. We walked away at the peak. We concentrated our forces. We ripened them for the sickle. We worked on their minds. We surrendered tactically. We mixed fact and fiction. We played the perfect courtier. We recreated ourselves. We played the dullard. We created a cult-like following. Now we strike without hesitation. Strategy 28. Enter action with boldness. Let's swing. Let's swing. Hesitation kills faster than any bullet can. The moment you pause is the moment you lose the plan. Enter action with boldness, no half steps, no doubt. Charge forward like you already know how it plays out. Boldness creates its own luck. unlock its own gravity and pull. It intimidates the enemy and makes the timid feel small. Timid moves get noticed for all the wrong reasons. Bold moves make legends in every season. The cautious man waits for the perfect time. The bold man makes the time perfect. Interaction with boldness. Strike without fear, no hesitation, baby, make the vision clear. Charging strong, charging loud, charging with full heart. Boldness turns the tide and tears the whole thing apart. Boldness, that's right, boldness. Strategy 28, we own in this part. P's and Q's in the war room, we stepping on the gas. We enter with boldness, and we never look back. History remembers the audacious, not the safe. Alexander charged seas across, they wrote their own fate. The bold move shocks the enemy, freezes them in place, while the cautious man is still asking for more space. Boldness disguises your flaws, magnifies your strength. It turns ordinary men into legends at length. Never wait for permission, never wait for the sign. Into action with boldness, and the world becomes thine. The timid die 1,000 deaths. The bold die once, if at all. Enter action with boldness and live like immortals. Interaction with boldness. Strike hard and strike true. P's and Q's doing it classy, but we coming through. 6 strategies left, but the momentum is ours. We enter with boldness and we take what is ours. Boldness, louder, boldness, proud. Strategy 28, we screaming it loud. Raise a glass to the courage that changes the game. We enter action with boldness, and nothing stays the same. No more waiting, only bold moves now. Next move. Next move. We named the enemy. We refused the last war. We stayed cool. We burned the boats. We kept command. We segmented our forces. We gave them a crusade. We picked our battles. We turned the tables. We built the threat. We traded space for time. We played the long game. We knew our enemy. We crushed them totally. We controlled the dynamic. We used absence. We stayed unpredictable. We walked away at the peak. We concentrated our forces. We ripened them for the sickle. We worked on their minds. We surrendered tactically. We mixed fact and fiction. We played the perfect courtier. We recreated ourselves. We played the dullard. Now we make them believers. Strategy 27. Create a cult-like following. Let's swing. People don't follow ideas, they follow feeling. Give them belonging, give them purpose worth stealing. Turn your cause into something bigger than life. A movement, a faith, a beautiful light. Make them feel chosen, make them feel part of something eternal, straight from the heart. Rituals and symbols, a story they can claim. Now they don't just fight for you, they fight in your name. Logic moves the mind. Belief moves the soul. Create a cult-like following. Make them believe. Turn the fight into a faith that they'll never leave. Give them identity, give them fire, give them home. Now they'll march through hell just to not be alone. Cult-like following. That's right. Cult-like following. Strategy 27. We own in the calling. P's and Q's in the war room. We build in the tribe. They don't just work with us, they live for the vibe. Make every follower feel specially seen. Give them secret language, give them a dream, a little mystery, A touch of the divine, turn your movement into something holy by design. They'll defend you harder than they'll defend themselves. They'll spread the gospel, they'll ring the bells. The strongest armies aren't paid, they're converted. A cult-like following can never be diverted. The greatest leaders don't command bodies, they command souls. Give them something worth believing in, and they'll follow you anywhere.
Create a cult-like following, like the sacred fire. P's and Q's doing it classy, taking it higher.
7 strategies left, but the movement's alive. They don't just fight for us, they're willing to die.
Cult-like following,
Louder,
cult-like following,
proud. Strategy 27,
we're changing the tide.
raise your glass to the faith that turns man into more. We create believers,
And we win the war.
they don't follow a man, they follow the feeling. Next move. We named the enemy. We refused the last war. We stayed cool. We burned the boats. We kept command. We segmented our forces. We gave them a crusade. We picked our battles. We turned the tables. We built the threat. We traded space for time. We played the long game. We knew our enemy. We crushed them totally. We controlled the dynamic. We used absence. We stayed unpredictable. We walked away at the peak. We concentrated our forces. We ripened them for the sickle. We worked on their minds. We surrendered tactically. We mixed fact and fiction. We played the perfect courtier. We recreated ourselves. Now we play dumb. Strategy 26. Seem dumber than your opponents. Let's swing. Never show them how sharp your mind really is. Act a little slow, act a little dumb, that's the biz. Let them feel superior, let them drop their guard while you're quietly measuring every card. The dullard strategy, simple as can be. Make them think they're smarter, then strike silently. Pride is their weakness, ego their disease. Feed it gently and bring them to their knees. The fool shows how clever he can be. The master hides it perfectly. Seem dumber than your opponents. Play the dullard role. Let them feel big and bright while you're in control. Smile real nice, nod your head, act a little slow, then hit them with precision when they're running the show.
Play dumb,
That's right,
play dumb.
strategy 26.
We getting it done.
P's and Q's in the war room. We acting the fool. They laugh at us while we're writing the rules. They'll underestimate you. They'll talk loose when you're near. Reveal their secrets thinking you can't even hear. The more they think you're harmless, the more they expose. You gather the intel while they're striking a pose. Never correct their ego, never show your full hand. Let them believe they're leading the band. The dullard wins battles without firing a shot, 'cause they never saw the knife till it was already hot. The smartest man in the room is often the one pretending he isn't. Play the fool and own the table.
Seem dumber than your opponents. Master the dullard art. P's and Q's doing it classy, straight from the heart.
8 strategies left, but we're already ahead. They think
we're simple while we're counting the dead. Play dumb, louder, play dumb, proud. Strategy 26, we win it out loud. Raise your glass to the power of the well-played fool. We seem slow on the surface, but we're nobody's tool. They think they're smarter, we know better. Next move.
We named the enemy. We refused the last war. We stayed cool. We burned the boats. We kept command. We segmented our forces. We gave them a crusade. We picked our battles. We turned the tables. We built the threat. We traded space for time. We played the long game. We knew our enemy. We crushed them totally. We controlled the dynamic. We used absence. We stayed unpredictable. We walked away at the peak. We concentrated our forces. We ripened them for the sickle. We worked on their minds. We surrendered tactically. We mixed fact and fiction. We played the perfect courtier. Now we become someone new. Strategy 25. Recreate yourself. Let's swing. Don't get trapped in the story that they wrote for you. Recreate yourself, make it bold, make it new. Shed the old skin, step into a brand new light. Become the legend that keeps them up at night. Change your image, change your style, change the mask you wear. Keep them guessing who you are from year to year. The man who stays the same becomes a sitting duck. The master reinvents and keeps them out of luck. Yesterday's version is already old news. Today you're reborn with brand new shoes. Recreate yourself, become someone new. Rewrite the script, baby, make it fresh and true. New mask, new move, new story, new game. Keep them chasing shadows while you change your name. Recreate, that's right, recreate. Strategy 25, we seal in our fate. P's and Q's in the war room, we build in the myth. We die and rise again, that's how legends exist. Coco Chanel recreated Bowie, changed every night. They never let the world pin them down too tight. Invent a persona bigger than you used to be. Make it mysterious, make it bold, make it free. Every few years burn the old you to the ground. Rise from the ashes with a brand new sound. The enemy prepares to fight who you were before, but you're already someone they've never seen. Score. The static man becomes a target. The shapeshifter becomes a god. Recreate yourself, keep transforming the game. P's and Q's doing it classy, never staying the same. 9 strategies left, but we're already reborn. We die every season and rise with the dawn. Recreate louder, recreate proud. Strategy 25, we wearing the crown. Raise your glass to the art of the constant rebirth. We recreate ourselves and conquer the earth. Old you is dead. New you just arrived. Next move. We named the enemy. We refused the last war. We stayed cool. We burned the boats. We kept command. We segmented our forces. We gave them a crusade. We picked our battles. We turned the tables. We built the threat. We traded space for time. We played the long game. We knew our enemy. We crushed them totally. We controlled the dynamic. We used absence. We stayed unpredictable. We walked away at the peak. We concentrated our forces. We ripened them for the sickle. We worked on their minds. We surrendered tactically. We mixed fact and fiction. Now we master the court. Strategy 24. Play the perfect courtier. Let's swing in the halls of power. Never be too blunt or loud. The perfect courtier moves silent, smooth and proud. Never outshine the master, never steal the light. Make them feel brilliant while you steer the night. Insinuate your will with a whisper and a smile. Let them think the ideal was theirs all the while. Flatter with skill, never beg, never demand. The courtier wins wars with a wave of the hand. Brute force breaks doors. The courtier opens them with a smile. Play the perfect courtier. Master insinuation. Move like silk through the room, pure persuasion. Never force the issue, never raise your voice. Let them love the cage while you control their choice. Perfect courtier. That's right. Perfect courtier. Strategy 24. We doing it with flair. P's and Q's in the war room. We dancing through the game. They think they're leading, but we're writing their name. Praise their wisdom while you plant your seed. Make them feel genius for following your lead. Hide your ambition behind perfect grace. Let rivals trip while you glide into place. The courtier never begs, never brags, never pleads. He suggests, implies, and gently leads. In every palace, every boardroom, every throne, the perfect courtier quietly rules alone. The loud man gets noticed. The courtier gets obeyed. Master insinuation, and the kingdom is yours. Play the perfect courtier, master insinuation. P's and Q's doing it classy, pure elevation. 10 strategies left, but we're already in control. We never raise our voice, yet we own the whole show. Perfect courtier. Louder! Perfect courtier. Proud. Strategy 24. We winning with soul. Raise your glass to the art of the velvet glove. We play the courtier and rule from above. They think they're in charge. We know better. Next move. We named the enemy. We refused the last war. We stayed cool. We burned the boats. We kept command. We segmented our forces. We gave them a crusade. We picked our battles. We turned the tables. We built the threat. We traded space for time. We played the long game. We knew our enemy. We crushed them totally. We controlled the dynamic. We used absence. We stayed unpredictable. We walked away at the peak. We concentrated our forces. We ripened them for the sickle. We worked on their minds. We surrendered tactically. Now we blur the truth. Strategy 23.
Mix fact and fiction, let's swing. Truth is boring, pure lies get caught too fast, but blend them together, that's the master class. We've seen the story half real, half smoke. Make them chase illusions while you tighten the yoke. A little fact for flavor, little fiction for spice. Serve it with confidence, they'll swallow it twice. The enemy sees what you want them to see. A beautiful illusion, that's pure strategy. Too much truth is blunt, too much fiction is weak. The perfect mix, they never know what to believe. Mix fact and fiction, deception so fine. Weave the truth with the lie, blow their mind. Give them just enough real to make the story stick. Then slip in the fiction, watch them fall for the trick. Mix it up, that's right, mix it up. Strategy 23, we fill in the cup. P's and Q's in the war room, we spin in the tail. They chase our shadow, and they always fail. Churchill mixed real plans with clever decoys. Fooled the Germans on D-Day with beautiful noise. A false front here, a real leak over there. The enemies left dizzy, pulling out their hair. The more convincing the blend, the deeper they fall. They fight the phantom while you control it all. Never show your cards, never show just one. Mix fact and fiction, now the game is won. Pure truth is for amateurs, pure lies are for fools. The master serves a perfect cocktail and watches them drink it down. Mix fact and fiction, deception supreme. P's and Q's doing it classy, living the dream. 11 strategies left, but we're already ahead. They believe our story while we count the dead. Mix it up, louder, mix it up, proud. Strategy 23, we owning the thread. Raise your glass to the art of the beautiful lie. We mix truth and fiction and watch empires die. They think they see clearly, but it's all smoke and mirrors. Next move.
We named the enemy. We refused the last war. We stayed cool. We burned the boats. We kept command. We segmented our forces. We gave them a crusade. We picked our battles. We turned the tables. We built the threat. We traded space for time. We played the long game. We knew our enemy. We crushed them totally. We controlled the dynamic. We used absence. We stayed unpredictable. We walked away at the peak. We concentrated our forces. We ripened them for the sickle. We worked on their minds. Now we master the art of the bow. Strategy 22. Surrender tactically, let's swing. Sometimes the strongest move is to bend like the reed. Give up the ground when the enemy thinks they've succeeded. Tactical surrender, not defeat but a ploy. Let them think they won while you reposition with joy. Lower your flag, offer the olive with grace, while you reload in secret and study their face. They celebrate victory, drop their guard in the night. That's when you strike back with twice the might. The fool fights to the death. The master knows when to kneel.
and reload. Surrender tactically, bow with perfect style. Let them think they've won for a beautiful while. Give a little now to take so much more later. Tactical retreat, that's how legends play the greater. Surrender smart, that's right. Surrender smart. Strategy 22, we mastering the art. P's and Q's in the war room, we bowing with class. They cheer their win while we reload for the smash. Fabius retreated, lived to fight another day, while others charged and threw their lives away. Pretend weakness when you're strong, offer peace when you're ready. Make them lower their shield now, you've got them steady. Tactical surrender turns their arrogance into fuel. They get sloppy, they get proud, that's when you rule. Never let pride force you into a fool. To stand the wise man yields today to conquer the whole land. True strength sometimes wears the mask of surrender. The wisest retreat is just preparation for victory. Surrender tactically, bow with perfect grace. P's and Q's doing it classy, owning the space. 12 strategies left, but we're already ahead. We surrender the battle and take the war instead. Surrender smart, louder. Surrender smart, proud. Strategy 22, we play it with heart. Raise your glass to the art of the well-timed yield. We bow today, tomorrow we own the whole field. They think they've won, we know the game has just begun. Next move.
We named the enemy. We refused the last war. We stayed cool. We burned the boats. We kept command. We segmented our forces. We gave them a crusade. We picked our battles. We turned the tables. We built the threat. We traded space for time. We played the long game. We knew our enemy. We crushed them totally. We controlled the dynamic. We used absence. We stayed unpredictable. We walked away at the peak. We concentrated our forces. We ripened them for the sickle. Now we get inside their heads. Strategy 21. Work on their minds. Let's swing. The real battlefield is between their ears, my friend. Break their will before the fighting even begins. Plant seeds of doubt, feed their paranoia slow. Make them question allies, make their confidence go. Psychological warfare, silent, deadly, refined. You win the war in their head long before the battlefield grind. Whispers, rumors, illusions, fear in the night. Turn their own mind against them, that's the ultimate fight. Swords can break bodies, but a broken mind never mends. Work on the minds of the opponent. Get inside their head. Make them doubt, make them crumble. Leave their spirit dead. Psychological warfare, the highest form of art. Break them from within and tear their world apart. Work their mind, that's right. Work their mind. Strategy 21. We own it all kinds. P's and Q's in the war room. We playing with their fear. They fight themselves while we disappear. Feed them false hope, then snatch it away. Make them see ghosts in the light of day. Amplify the paranoia, inflate their pride. Then watch them make mistakes from the confusion inside. The greatest victories need no blood on the ground, just a well-placed whisper that brings the strong man down. Control their perception, shape what they believe. Psychological mastery, that's how empires leave. The body is easy to defeat. The mind is a much sweeter prize. Work on their minds, and the rest falls in line.
the opponent's psychological reign. P's and Q's doing it classy, driving them insane. 13 strategies left, but we're already inside. They're fighting phantoms while we peacefully ride. Work their minds, louder, work their minds. Strategy 21, flipping the blinds. Raise your glass to the war that needs no sword. We conquer their minds, and the rest is assured. They think they're fighting us, but they're really fighting themselves. Next move. Next move. We named the enemy. We refused the last war. We stayed cool. We burned the boats. We kept command. We segmented our forces. We gave them a crusade. We picked our battles. We turned the tables. We built the threat. We traded space for time. We played the long game. We knew our enemy. We crushed them totally. We controlled the dynamic. We used absence. We stayed unpredictable. We walked away at the peak. We concentrated our forces. Now we let them weaken themselves. Strategy 20. Ripen them for the sickle. Let's swing. Don't rush in swinging when you can let them tire. Maneuver them gently into their own funeral pyre. Give them rope, give them space, let them think they're free. Watch them overextend, that's the sweetest opportunity. Ripen them slowly, let their strength start to rot. Then swing the sickle when they're weak and they're not. The patient hand harvests the ripest fruit, while the hasty one gives nothing but the root. Force them into weakness without lifting a blade. That's the art of the sickle that never fades. Maneuver them into weakness, ripen for the sickle. Let them wear themselves down, make it simple. Give them just enough rope to hang themselves high, then come in smooth and clean when the moment is right. Ripening strategy, that's right. Ripening strategy, strategy 20. We harvesting victory. P's and Q's in the war room. We play in the long con. They ripen themselves, and then they're gone. Philip of Macedon moved slow, let his foes grow bold, and struck when they were tired, weary and old. Let them chase illusions, let them spread too thin. Their own ambition becomes the trap they fall in. Never fight when they're strong and ready to brawl. Maneuver the battlefield till they start to fall. The sickle swings easiest on fruit that's overripe. That's how smart players turn the tide overnight. The fool attacks too early. The master waits for the perfect moment. He ripens them, then reaps. Maneuver them into weakness, ripen for the sickle. Whoa! P's and Q's doing it classy, making it simple. 13 strategies left, but we're already ahead. We let them do the work, then take the spoils instead. Ripening strategy, louder. Ripening strategy, proud. Strategy 20. We own in this game. Raise your glass to the patience that wins every time. We maneuver them weak, and the victory is mine. They ripen, we reap. Next move.
enemy. We refused the last war. We stayed cool. We burned the boats. We kept command. We segmented our forces. We gave them a crusade. We picked our battles. We turned the tables. We built the threat. We traded space for time. We played the long game. We knew our enemy. We crushed them totally. We controlled the dynamic. We used absence. We stayed unpredictable. We walked away at the peak. Now we focus everything. Strategy 19. Concentrate your forces. Let's swing. Scattered power is wasted power, weak and thin. Spread too wide and you'll never truly win. Find the single point where victory can be won. Then pour everything you have like a loaded gun. Concentrate your forces, mass your strength in one place. Hit like a thunderbolt right in the enemy's face. One decisive blow where it hurts the most. That's how small armies defeat the host. Diffusion is death. Concentration is life. Concentrate your forces. Focus all your might. Put everything you got on the critical fight. 1 point, 1 strike, 1 devastating blow. Turn your whole army into a single arrow. Concentrate. That's right. Concentrate. Strategy 19. We dominate. P's and Q's in the war room. We stack in the deck when we focus everything. They break at the neck. Napoleon massed his guns at the decisive hour. Alexander charged the center with all his power. Don't divide your strength chasing every little goal. Find the center of gravity and take full control. The enemy scatters, they chase 1,000 things. You strike one vital point. Watch the whole structure swing. Concentration turns average into elite. That's the secret weapon of the truly great. Most men scatter their shots, hoping something hits. The master loads every bullet into one perfect clip. Concentrate your forces. Focus, aim, release. P's and Q's doing it classy. Bringing in enemies to their knees. 15 strategies left, but we're already ahead. We concentrate everything and watch the empire spread. Concentrate. Louder. Concentrate. Proud. Strategy 19. We own in this round. Raise your glass to the power of the single strike. When you focus all your force, there's nothing left to fight. Everything on 1 point. Next move. We named the enemy. We refused the last war. We stayed cool. We burned the boats. We kept command. We segmented our forces. We gave them a crusade. We picked our battles. We turned the tables. We built the threat. We traded space for time. We played the long game. We knew our enemy. We crushed them totally. We controlled the dynamic. We used absence. We stayed unpredictable. Now we know when to quit. Strategy 18. Don't chase the last good thing. Let's swing. The trap is sweet. The reward looks so fine. Just one more push,
one more hill to climb. But diminishing returns start sneaking in slow. What once gave you gold now gives you only snow. Chasing that final victory, that ultimate high. You bleed out resources till you wonder why. The smart man knows when the well is run dry. He folds his hand gracefully and lives to fight another night. The fool keeps digging when the gold is all gone. The master walks away and lives to see the dawn. Do not pursue the last good thing, know when to walk away. Diminishing returns will steal your winning day. Take the victory you have, leave the table clean. Don't chase ghosts when the magic's already been. Don't pursue the last good thing. That's right. Don't pursue the last good thing. Strategy 18. Strategy 18. We live in like kings. P's and Q's in the war room. We know when to quit. We take our winnings and we never overcommit. Alexander pushed too far into foreign lands. His army broke when he ignored the shifting sands. The best generals leave the field while they're still on top. They don't squeeze the lemon until the very last drop. Momentum fades, luck starts turning cold. Chasing that final thrill will leave your story told. Know the peak, feel the shift, respect the curve. Walk away smiling, that's the move that preserves. The greatest art in war is knowing when the song is over. Take the applause and leave them wanting more. Do not pursue the last good thing. Walk away while you're ahead. P's and Q's doing it classy. We're never misled. 17 strategies down, 16 left to play. But we leave the table winners every single day. Don't pursue the last good thing. Louder! Don't pursue the last good thing. Strategy 18. Strategy 18. We're living like kings. Raise your glass to the wisdom of the graceful exit. We'll take our victory and we never regret it. The last good thing is knowing when to stop. Next move. Next move.
We named the enemy. We refused the last war. We stayed cool. We burned the boats. We kept command. We segmented our forces. We gave them a crusade. We picked our battles. We turned the tables. We built the threat. We traded space for time. We played the long game. We knew our enemy. We crushed them totally. We controlled the dynamic. We used absence. Now we make them nervous. Strategy 17. Stay unpredictable, let's swing. Predictable men are boring, predictable men get played. Stay too consistent and you're digging your own grave. Cultivate the unexpected, throw a curve in the night. Keep 'em guessing, that's the ultimate bite. One day you're charming, next day you're ice. Smile in the morning, strike before the sunrise. Make them live in suspended terror, never quite sure when the next wild move is coming through the door. Routine is death. Chaos is your breath. Keep others in suspended terror. Stay unpredictable, baby. Flip the script, change the beat. Drive the whole room crazy. One move sweet, next move heat. They never know the play. That's how legends operate and keep the wolves at bay. Unpredictable, that's right. unpredictable. Strategy 17, we owning the unpredictable. P's and Q's in the war room, we changing the flow. They're stuck in fear while we steal the show. The moment they think they've got you figured out, that's the perfect time to turn it all about. Be wild when they expect calm, be silent when they expect rage. Keep them off balance, write the rules on a new page. Stonewall Jackson marched his men in circles just for fun, left the enemy dizzy wondering what he'd done. Unpredictability is terror in its purest form. They lose their nerve before you ever raise a storm. The predictable man is easy to defeat. The unpredictable man, they never even get to compete. Keep others in suspended terror, stay unpredictable, baby. P's and Q's doing it classy, but we're driving them crazy. 17 down, 16 left in the game, but they're already scared, they don't even know your name. Unpredictable, louder, unpredictable. Proud, strategy 17, we flipping the whole crowd. Raise your glass to the chaos you control with grace. They live in terror while you own the place. They never know what's coming, and that's exactly how we like it. Next move. Woo! We named the enemy. We refused the last war. We stayed cool. We burned the boats. We kept command. We segmented our forces. We gave them a crusade. We picked our battles. We turned the tables. We built the threat. We traded space for time. We played the long game. We knew our enemy. We crushed them totally. We controlled the dynamic. Now we make them miss us. Strategy 16. Use absence. Let's swing. Too much presence cheapens the value of your name. Stay too visible and you start to look the same. Step back, disappear, let the silence grow loud. Let them feel the void where your power once powered. Absence creates hunger, absence creates respect. The less they see you, the more they reflect. Become the rarest wine, the ghost in the hall, the one they crave most when you don't show at all. Familiarity breeds contempt, my friend, but absence makes the heart depend. Use absence to increase respect and honor. Step back, vanish, make the crowd want more. Let them feel the empty space where you used to shine. Then return like a legend, now the throne is thine. Absence is power, that's right. Absence is power. Strategy 16, we mastering the hour. P's and Q's in the war room, we know when to fade. Come back stronger, watch the empire get made. The greatest leaders know when to leave the room. Let the lesser ones talk while you plot your next move. Queen Elizabeth, Garbo, even the great Sun Tzu understood the magic of being just out of view. Overexposure kills the myth, kills the aura, kills the spark, but strategic absence lights the fire.
in the dark, make them wonder, make them wait, make them chase your ghost, then reappear when they need you most. The more you're there, the less they care. The more you disappear, the more they fear and revere. Use absence to increase respect and honor. P's and Q's, doing it classy, doing it with glamour. 19 strategies left, but we're already elite. We vanish like smoke, then return complete. Absence is power, louder. Absence is power. Strategy 16, we own it every hour. Whoa. Raise your glass to the art of the well-timed retreat. We're gone just long enough for the world to beg at our feet. They miss you, they want you, they respect you. Next move.
We named the enemy. We refused the last war. We stayed cool. We burned the boats. We kept command. We segmented our forces. We gave them a crusade. We picked our battles. We turned the tables. We built the threat. We traded space for time. We played the long game. We knew our enemy. We crushed them totally. Now we control the very rhythm of the fight. Strategy 15. Control the dynamic. Let's swing. Don't just react to the chaos, dictate the beat. Control the pace, control the ground beneath their feet. Set the tempo slow when they want it fast. Speed it up when they're tired. Make the moment last. Change the landscape, shift the rules of the game. Make them dance to your music, never feel the same. You're not fighting their war, you're riding the score. Control the dynamic, and they're forever yours. They think they're leading, but you're conducting the band. Control the dynamic, set the tempo on the floor. Make them move to your rhythm, make them beg for more. Change the pace, change the place, change the whole damn song. While they're lost in the beat, you're already gone. Control the dynamic, that's right. Control the dynamic. Strategy 15. We running this thing romantic. P's and Q's in the war room. We call out the time, they follow our lead, and we stay in our prime. When they want a slow grind, you hit them with blitz. When they're ready for speed, you make the battle sit. Alter the terrain, move the fight to your ground. Force them to play where your strengths are profound. The master doesn't fight the flow, he becomes a tide. He bends the moment until the enemy's lost inside. Control the dynamic, never let them set the key. You write the music, they just dance to your decree. Most men fight the current. The wise man becomes the current. He controls the dynamic, and the war dances for him. Control the dynamic, on the rhythm, on the night. P's and Q's, doing it classy, doing it right. 20 strategies left, but we're already in charge. We set the tempo, they follow at large. Control the dynamic, louder. Control the dynamic, proud. Strategy 15, we conducting the crowd. Raise your glass to the one who controls the whole show. We don't just win the war, we make the music flow. The beat is ours, the dance is theirs. Next move. last war. We stayed cool. We burned the boats. We kept command. We segmented our forces. We gave them a crusade. We picked our battles. We turned the tables. We built the threat. We traded space for time. We played the long game. We knew our enemy. Now we finish it. Strategy 14. Crush them totally. Let's swing. Half measures are for fools. Mercy is a trap. Leave them breathing and they'll come right back. Crush them totally, body, mind, and will. Leave no spark alive that can reignite the thrill. No wounded beast to lick its wounds and rise. No remnant force to plot behind your eyes. Total victory, total destruction of their game. That's how you end the war and write your name. The weak leave survivors. The strong leave silence. Crush your enemy totally. Leave nothing alive. No comeback, no sequel, no way they survive. Hammer down hard, finish what you start. Total annihilation, that's the master's art. Crush them totally. That's right. Crush them totally. That's right. Strategy 14. We ending this story. P's and Q's in the war room. We don't do half done. When we strike, the war is won. Scipio destroyed Carthage, left no stone unturned. Sherman marched to the sea till the South finally burned. Don't stop at victory, destroy their will to fight. Erase their hope, their future, their very appetite. The enemy must know resistance is suicide. No second chances, no place left to hide. Total war, total peace, that's the paradox true. Crush them completely, and the world belongs to you. Mercy is a luxury. Only the truly strong can afford to reject when it's time to end it. End it. Crush your enemy totally. No mercy, no regret. P's and Q's doing it classy, but we never forget. 20 strategies left, but this one's the blade. Total destruction of the plans they made. Crush them totally. Louder! Crush them totally. Proud! Strategy 14. We laying them in the ground. Raise your glass to the peace that only comes through war. When you crush them totally, they fight no more. Nothing left, just victory. Next move. We named the enemy. We refused the last war. We stayed cool. We burned the boats. We kept command. We segmented our forces. We gave them a crusade. We picked our battles. We turned the tables. We built the threat. We traded space for time. We played the long game. Now we see inside their head. Strategy 13. Know your enemy. Let's swing.
You can't beat what you don't understand. Blind swings miss the mark and sink you in the sand. Study their habits, their weaknesses, their pride. Know what makes them tick, what makes them run and hide. Intelligence is power, information is the blade. While they guess in the dark, you're already in their shade. Map their mind, chart their moves, learn their favorite game, then strike where they least expect. That's how you win the fame. The fool fights the shadow. The master reads the man. Know your enemy, gather the intelligence. See through their eyes, steal their confidence. Every secret, every flaw, every hidden fear, turn their own mind against them crystal clear. Know your enemy, that's right. Know your enemy. Strategy 13, we move in silently. P's and Q's in the war room, we read in every tell while they're guessing blind. We're ringing their bells. Sun Tzu said it best, know them and know yourself. 100 battles won without a single loss yourself. Watch their patterns, listen when they think they're alone. Feed them false signals, turn their strength into stone. The more you know, the less you have to do. One perfectly placed move cuts their whole crew. Hide your own hand while you uncover theirs. That's the art of war that puts you in the rarest airs. Most men charge in blind. The wise man watches first. Knowledge is the silent knife that finishes the work. Know your enemy, intelligence supreme. P's and Q's, doing it classy, living the dream. 30 strategies left, but we're already inside their head. They don't even know that they're already dead. Know your enemy, louder. Know your enemy, proud. Strategy 13, we owning what they haven't said. Raise your glass real slow to the power of the unseen. We know our enemy, and that's how legends are made clean. They think they know us. We know everything. Next move!
We named the enemy. We refused the last war. We stayed cool. We burned the boats. We kept command. We segmented our forces. We gave them a crusade. We picked our battles. We turned the tables. We built the threat. We traded space for time. Now we play the long game. Strategy 12. Lose the battles, win the war. Let's swing.
Don't get caught up in every little win or loss. The small battles mean nothing if you're paying the cost. Grand strategy looks far beyond the present fight. You sacrifice a pawn to take the king by night. Lose a battle gracefully, let them cheer and boast, while you're already 3 moves ahead on the coast. Focus on the end game, the ultimate prize. Short-term pain for long-term paradise. The fool celebrates every skirmish he takes. The master smiles quietly as the whole empire breaks. Lose battles but win the war. Grand strategy, baby. Play the long game smooth. That's how you win it, maybe. Sacrifice the small wins. Keep your eyes on the throne. Let them have the moment. You'll take the whole damn zone. Grand strategy, that's right. Grand strategy. Strategy 12. We seeing what they cannot see. P's and Q's in the war room. We plotting from above. Lose today, tomorrow we fall in love with victory. Napoleon thought in empires, not in single fights. and lost battles, but kept the union tight. Give them the headlines, let them feel they're ahead, while you're building the future inside your head. Every loss is just repositioning the board, turning their celebration into your reward. Think 5 moves, 10 moves, 20 moves deep. Grand strategy, that's how legends sleep. Most men fight for today, the masters fight for tomorrow. Lose the battles with a smile and own the war. Lose battles but win the war. Grand strategy supreme. P's and Q's doing it classy, living the dream. 30 strategies left, but we're already far ahead. We lose the little ones and take the whole damn spread. Oh, grand strategy, louder. Grand strategy, proud. Strategy 12, we play in chess while they play loud. Raise your glass to the vision that sees past the pain. We lose the battles, but we always win the game. Battles lost, war won. The long view wins. Next move! Next move.
We named the enemy. We refused the last war. We stayed cool. We burned the boats. We kept command. We segmented our forces. We gave them a crusade. We picked our battles. We turned the tables. We made them fear us. Now we master the art of the strategic retreat. Strategy 11. Trade space for time. Let's swing.
Sometimes the smartest move is to step back and breathe. Give them the ground, let them think they've achieved. Trade space for time, let the enemy overreach, while you regroup, reload, and sharpen your speech. Retreat is not weakness, it's wisdom in disguise. You give them the illusion while you claim the prize. They chase the shadow, they stretch their supply. You wait in the shadows and watch their power die. The fool charges forward till his strength is spent. The master steps aside and owns the whole event. Trade space for time, non-engagement, baby. Let them take the field while you stay calm and shady. Give a little ground by yourself the hour, then come back stronger with unlimited power. Trade space for time, that's right. Trade space for time. Strategy 11, we fighting smart, not blind. P's and Q's in the war room, we know when to bend. Retreat today, tomorrow we win in the end. Fabius Maximus knew it when Rome was under fire. He refused to fight Hannibal, let him chase entire. Space for time, patience is the ultimate blade. While the enemy exhausts, your position is remade. Don't rush to clash when the odds aren't in your favor. Step back, regroup and rewrite the behavior. The enemy thinks he's winning, he celebrates too soon, but you're the one laughing under a different moon. The greatest victories often begin with a graceful withdrawal. Let them have the stage while you own the show. Trade space for time, no engagement supreme. P's and Q's doing it classy, living the dream. 30 strategies left, but we're playing the long game. Give a little now and later we raise for time. Louder! Trade space for time. Strategy 11, we're rewriting the paradigm. Raise your glass to the wisdom of the wise. Retreat, we bend like the willow, but we never accept defeat.
Space given, time gained. The trap is set. Next move. We named the enemy. We refused the last war. We stayed cool. We burned the boats. We kept command. We segmented our forces. We gave them a crusade. We picked our battles. We turned the tables. Now we make them afraid to even try us. Strategy 10. Become the threat. Let's swing. Sometimes you don't have to swing, just make them feel the weight. A threatening presence makes the enemy hesitate. Look bigger, act colder, let the rumors fly. Make them think twice before they even catch your eye. Deterrence is power when the battle ain't worth the cost. You win before it starts, that's the move of the boss. Project strength so clear, so calm, so deep. They choose peace, cause fighting you looks like sleep. The best wars are the ones that never see the light, cause your presence alone keeps the enemy up at night. Create a threatening presence, make them feel the fear. Deterrent strategy, make the cowards disappear. Look dangerous, act dangerous, let the aura blow. They'll back down fast when they don't want the show. Threatening presence, that's right, threatening presence. Strategy 10, we winning without the violence. P's and Q's in the war room, we casting the spell. They see us coming, and they ring the peace bell. Genghis Khan rode in with such terrifying fame. Whole city surrendered before he even came. Build the myth, sharpen the image, control what they see. Make your reputation do the fighting for free. A quiet threat, no one smile, a shadow in the hall. Sometimes silence hits harder than a battle call. Project power so strong they choose not to test. That's the art of winning while you're still at rest. The greatest generals win battles before the first shot is ever fired. Create a threatening presence, deterrence in full swing. P's and Q's, doing it classy, doing it like kings. 30 strategies left, but the aura's already strong. They feel us coming, and the fight is gone. Threatening presence, louder, threatening presence. Strategy 10, we own the whole damn crowd. Raise your glass real slow, let the silence speak loud. The threat is in the presence, and we wear it like a crown. They feel it, they fear it, they fold. Next move. We named the enemy. We refused the last war. We stayed cool. We burned the boats. We kept command. We segmented our forces. We gave them a crusade. We picked our battles. Now we let them come to us and flip the script. Strategy 9. Turn the tables. Let's swing. They want you to strike first. They want you to show your hand. But the wise man waits, patient, cool, and perfectly planned. Let them make the move. Let them overextend. Then record scratch. You turn it around, my friend. Counter-attack clean, hit them from the blind side. While they're still charging forward, you reverse the tide. They expose their weakness when they make the first play. You just smile and take their whole game away.
Reverse it.
Now they're the ones on the defensive.
Turn the tables, counterattack, baby. Let them come at you first and flip the whole scene, baby. Rip, scratch, reverse the flow, change the game. They attack, you counter, now they feel the pain. Turn the table, yeah. Turn the table. Smooth. Strategy 9, we flipping it in the war room. P's and Q's, doing it classy, doing it cold. Let them strike first, then watch the story unfold. The enemy rushes in, thinking they got the jump, but you were waiting, relaxed, ready to trump. Their momentum becomes your greatest gift. You redirect the force and give their plan a swift lift. Right off a cliff. Scratch. Now you're the hunter, they're the prey. Counterattack sweet, that's how legends play. Never rush to move first when the board's unclear. Wait for the perfect moment, then disappear and reappear. Most men attack and expose themselves. The master waits, long record scratch, then turns the whole damn table. Turn the tables, counterattack supreme. Flip it, reverse it, live the dream. P's and Q's in the war room, we let them swing wide, then counter hard. Now we own the ride. Turn the tables, louder. Turn the tables, proud. Strategy 9, we flipping them pies in the crowd. Raise your glass to the art of the perfect reply. Let them move first. We take the whole damn pie. Let the scratch, the tables turn.
Next move. Next move. We name the enemy. We refused the last war. We stayed cool. We burned the boats. We kept command. We segmented our forces. We gave them a crusade. Now we get smart about where we spend our blood. Strategy 8. Pick your battles. Let's swing. Not every fight is worth your time. Not every hill's worth dying on. Chasing every little beef will leave you broke by dawn. You got limited shots, limited juice, limited days. Waste them on small wars and you'll fade away. Perfect economy, that's the master's art. Strike only when it counts and strike straight to the heart. Know your strengths, know your limits, know the terrain. Pick your battles carefully or you'll fight in vain. The wise man doesn't swing at every punch thrown his way. He waits, then drops the hammer when it pays. Pick your battles carefully, perfect economy style. Don't waste your fire on every little trial. Swing, save your best attack. Hit them where it hurts most and watch the whole thing crack. Perfect economy. That's right, perfect economy. Strategy 8, we fighting smart, not fighting free. P's and Q's in the war room, we pick and we choose. Only battles worth winning. Now that's how you cruise. Some fights feed your ego, some fights feed the crowd. But the ones that truly matter don't scream the loudest out loud. Let the small dogs bark while you save your bite. Choose the battlefield where your power shines bright. Sun Tzu knew it green, wrote it down in gold. Conserve your forces, turn your limited into bold. Every no to a weak fight is a yes to the war. That's how legends stay standing forevermore. The fool fights everything. The master fights almost nothing and wins everything. Pick your battles carefully, perfect economy reign. P's and Q's doing it classy, doing it with brain. 30 strategies left, but we're spending them right. Only the battles that matter see us fight. Perfect economy. Swing it! Perfect economy. All night. Strategy 8, we moving smooth and polite. Till we drop the hammer and end the fight. Choose wisely. Strike once. and strike true. Next move. We named the enemy. We refused the last war. We stayed cool. We burned the boats. We kept command. We segmented our forces. Now we give them something worth dying for. Strategy 7. Turn it into a crusade. Let's swing. Men fight harder when they believe in the cause. Not for money, not for orders, but for something that awes. Turn your war into a crusade. Give it holy fire. Make them feel they're part of something higher. A noble purpose, a righteous flame. Turn scared little soldiers into men without shame. Morale is the secret, the invisible blade. When hearts are on fire, no army's afraid. Give them a mission bigger than themselves. Watch ordinary men transform into something else. Transform your war into a crusade. Light the fire, make the spirit invade. Morale is the weapon that conquers all. Give them belief, watch the enemy fall. Crusade, yeah, crusade, all in. Turn the fight into a holy thing. Strategy 7, now we let it sing. P's and Q's in the war room, raising the bar. When the cause is righteous, we go to war. Alexander gave his men a dream of glory and gold. Saladin made his warriors fight for Allah's hold. Churchill promised blood, sweat, and tears with pride, and his people stood tall when the whole world cried. Make them feel chosen, make them feel grand. A crusade turns boys into an unstoppable band. No more mercenaries fighting just for pay. Give them meaning, and they'll light up the day. Money buys soldiers, but belief creates legends. Give them a cause worth dying for, and they'll live like immortals. Transform your war into a crusade. Morale strategies, now we're never afraid. P's and Q's doing it classy, doing it right. Strategy 7, we own the fight. Crusade, louder, crusade, proud. 30 strategies left, but we're lifting the crowd. Raise your glass to the fire that burns in the soul. When the war becomes holy, that's when you take control. The crusade is lit. Now watch them fly. Next move. Next move. We named the enemy. We refused the last war. We stayed cool in the storm. We burned the boats. We kept command. Now we break the machine apart. Strategy 6. Controlled chaos. Let's swing. Big armies move slow, big teams get stuck in the mud. Too many bodies, too many voices, too much blood. Segment your forces, give each unit its own ground. Let them move fast, think fast, without making a sound. Controlled chaos, that's the beautiful art. Independent pieces playing their own part. One hand doesn't know what the other is doing, but the conductor smiles cause the symphony's brewing. Central command but decentralized speed. That's how you win when the battlefield bleeds. Segment your forces. Controlled chaos, baby. Break it up, shake it up, keep the whole thing crazy. Move fast, strike hard, adapt on the fly, while the enemy's still waiting for one big reply. Segment your forces. That's right. Control chaos reign, give them room to breathe, and they'll drive the enemy insane. Strategy 6, now we're playing it smart. P's and Q's in the war room, tearing empires apart. Napoleon split his corpse and watched them dance like flame. Each piece independent to answer into his name. Give your people room, let them think, let them lead, but keep the vision locked, that's all they really need. No micromanaging, no choking on the chain, just clear direction mixed with freedom in the game. The enemy sees confusion, but you see pure design. Controlled chaos, now that's how legends shine. The rigid break, the flexible bend, the man who segments his forces always wins in the end. Segment your forces. Controlled chaos, baby. P's and Q's doing it smooth, never looking shaky. 30 strategies left, but we're already ahead. Break it down, speed it up, that's how empires are bled. Segment your forces. Sweet. Controlled chaos reign. Strategy 6, we doing this thing in our own lane. Raise your glass real slow to the beautiful art of making chaos work with a pure, cold heart. Chaos. Controlled. Next move coming in hot. We named the enemy. We refused the last war. We stayed cool in the storm. We burned the boats. Now comes the trap that kills most crews. Strategy 5. Don't drink the Kool-Aid, let's swing. Everybody's nodding, smiling, singing the same tune. Groupthink creeping in like smoke inside the room. They all wanna belong, they all wanna be liked, so they trade their own mind for the comfort of the tribe. Consensus feels safe, but it's poison in disguise. Turns sharp men dull and opens up their eyes too late. You need command and control, a clear voice in the night. One mind steering the ship while the rest hold on tight. Too many cooks in the kitchen, too many voices in your ear. Real leaders cut through the noise and make the vision clear. Avoid the snare of groupthink, keep command and control. Don't let the committee dull your sharpest soul. One clear mind, one steady hand on the wheel, while the rest fall in line. That's how legends feel. Command and control. That's right, command and control. Don't drown in agreement. Stay sharp, stay bold. Strategy 5, baby, this one's the key. Lead from the front or watch your empire cease to be. They say everybody agrees, they say the team has spoken, but the best ideas get buried while the safe ones get promoted. History's full of disasters born in conference rooms, where strong men stayed silent just to avoid the doom. You must stay independent, keep your vision crystal clear. Encourage debate, but the final call is yours, my dear. Segment the forces, give each man his own ground, but never let the mob turn your war upside down. The crowd will always pull you toward the lowest common mean. A real leader stands apart, cool, calm, and unseen.
Avoid the snare of groupthink, command and control the game. P's and Q's in the war, we don't play it the same. One clear voice cutting through the comforting lies. Strategy 5, now watch the empire rise. Command and control, swing it, command and control.
All night.
30 strategies left, but we're doing this right. Raise your glass to the leader who won't be swayed. The man who stays independent
Never gets played. Groupthink is loud, but command is quiet and deadly. Next round. Strategies 1 through 3 set the table. Now we burn the boats. Strategy 4, death ground. Let's make it dangerous. Most men play it safe, keep one foot out the door. Half committed, half-hearted, always looking for more. But when there's no escape, when retreat is denied, that's when legends are born and the ordinary die. Put yourself on death ground, no way out, no retreat now. Every move you make got that fire in your feet. No more comfort, no more soft little plans. Urgency is the fuel that turns boys into men. Burn the boats, lock the door, cut off every escape. Now watch what a desperate man can create. Create urgency, create desperation. Put him on death ground, that's the real sensation. No way back, no way out, no second chance to hide. Now you fight like your life depends on it, 'cause it does tonight. Death ground, yeah, death ground. All in, turn fear into fury, let the fire begin. Strategy 4, baby, this is how you win. No retreat, no surrender, let the war begin. Alexander burned his ships on the foreign shore. Cortez did the same, now they wanted it more. When losing means dying, then become something new, they dig deeper than they ever thought they knew. Create that pressure, make the stakes sky high. Watch the weak ones fold and the strong ones touch the sky. No safety net, no backup plan in sight. That's when average men start winning every fight. Comfort is the enemy, desperation is the friend. When there's nothing left to lose, that's when the real war begins. Create urgency, create desperation. Death ground strategy, pure elevation. P's and Q's in the war room, we burn it all down. No retreat, all in, we wear the crown. Death ground, louder, death ground, proud. 30 strategies left, but we're screaming it loud. Raise your glass to the edge where the real ones play. Strategy 4, now there's no other way. Boats are burning, no way back. Next move. Strategy 1, name the enemy. Strategy 2, don't fight the last war. Now comes the real test, when everything's on fire. Strategy 3, stay cool, baby.
world spinning wild, voices screaming, panic running like a child. The weak get swept up, emotions take the wheel, but the wise man stands unmoved, made of colder steel. Storms may rage, arrows fly from every side. Keep your presence of mind, that's where the power hides. Anger is a luxury you cannot afford. Fear is just a liar with a pretty sword. In the eye of the hurricane, everything is clear. The man who keeps his cool owns the whole damn year. Amidst the turmoil, the wise man stands unmoved. Chaos all around, but his mind stays smooth. Presence of mind, baby, that's the golden key. While they lose their heads, you win easily. Stand unmoved, stand tall, stand unmoved, don't fall. Let the storm blow harder, you don't move at all. Strategy 3, keep your cool in the fight. That's how legends are born in the middle of the night. They want you emotional, they want you reactive, hot-headed, distracted, easy to manipulate. But you breathe slow, you watch, you calculate, turn their frenzy into fuel. Now that's a high-class trade. The battlefield is mental before it's ever physical. Lose your inner citadel and you've already lost it all. Kings fall, empires crumble when they lose control. The wise man just smiles and watches the show. Everybody's screaming, but you're smiling. 'Cause while they're panicking, you're already winning. Amidst the turmoil, the wise man stands unmoved. Let them lose their minds, we stay in the groove. P's and Q's in the war room, calm in the storm. Strategy 3, we were cool before we were born. Stand unmoved, that's right, stand unmoved. All night, 30 strategies left, but we're doing this right. Raise your glass real slow, keep that steady hand. The wise man never panics, he just owns the land. Turmoil all around, but you don't move. Next round coming. Strategy 1 was naming the enemy. Now comes the hard part. Most men lose right here. They keep fighting the last war. Strategy 2. Let's swing. Yesterday's battle is already cold. Old maps and old glories, they'll leave you in the cold. The enemy changed, the battlefield shifted ground, but you're still swinging at ghosts that ain't even around. Don't reload the same gun, don't run the same play. The world don't stand still while you reminisce yesterday. New war, new weapons, new rules in the game. Stay fluid, stay lethal, never fight the same. The past is a trap dressed up in yesterday's clothes. Real winners rewrite the rules as they go. Let the old ghosts rest where they are. New day, new fight, new mind, new blade. Adapt or get buried in the grave you already made. Do not fight the last war. Swing it, leave the past in the dust where it belongs. Stay sharp, stay loose, stay get it through your head. They won last time with the same old trick, so you copy the playbook, now you're making them rich. Technology shifted the culture, done flip, but you're still charging trenches with the same tired script. Be like water, be like smoke, be like the night. Change shape when they expect you to stand and fight. The guerrilla mind wins when the general mind stalls. Yesterday's hero is tomorrow's fall. The greatest generals don't repeat their greatest hits. They write a brand new symphony, while the old one still echoes. Do not fight the last war! Hell no! Burn the old map, let the new fire roar. P's and Q's in the war room, we change in the score. Strategy 2, now we're running the floor. Do not fight the last war. One more time. Stay dangerous, stay new, stay forevermore. 31 left, but we already ahead. Raise your glass, gentlemen. The real war lives in your head. Last war's over. This one's just beginning.
Ladies and gentlemen, before you throw the first punch, you gotta know exactly who you're swinging at. Strategy 1. Let's declare. Life is endless battle, conflict every day. You can't fight worth a damn if you don't know who stands in your way. Smoke 'em out, name 'em clear, draw the battle line. Polarity, baby, make the enemy shine. No vague complaints, no fuzzy little beefs. Pick your target, lock it in, turn it into relief. The moment you declare, the fog begins to lift. Now you're playing chess while they're swinging at mist. No more shadow boxing, no more ghosts in the night. Declare war on your enemies, make the wrong thing right. Declare war, name your enemy, watch the whole world roar. Polarity sharp, cut the line in the sand. Now you're fighting with purpose, now you understand. Declare war, yeah! Declare war, come on. Turn confusion to clarity, that's the first law. No more drifting, no more polite little games. Strategy 1, now we're calling out names. They hide in committees, they smile with a knife. Call them out in the open, bring them into the light. The enemy that's named is the enemy half-beat. Polarity turns victims into warriors on their feet. From the boardroom to the streets, from the heart to the throne. First move in the war is making it known. Declare it loud, declare it clean, declare it true. Now every move you make got the power running through. Most people stumble through life swinging at air. Real players pick their target and declare. Declare war, declare war. Polarity strategy, now we're keeping score. Smoke 'em out, name 'em loud, draw that battle line. Strategy 1, baby, this war is mine. Declare war, declare war. P's and Q's, CardCast, we doing it in style. First strategy down, 32 to go. Now raise your glass, 'cause the real war starts right now.